The strongest cold front of the season so far is currently slicing through the central parts of South Africa. It's already brought showers all across the western parts overnight, and snow has settled in on the high ground of the Cape provinces. This pattern stays in place today as the front continues moving north and eastwards, very cold air following behind it, and the next weaker front moves through across the southern parts with more showers and rain expected over the area, as well as snow for the mountainous parts. So for the southern parts of the country for today, it stays very wet, in particular for the Western Cape, with widespread showers and even thunderstorms in places, as well as the snow on the high ground. Lighter snowfalls possible for the high-lying areas of the Eastern Cape, showers extending into the Northern Cape as well as parts of the Free State. And later on today, there could be a few very light showers for some areas in southern and central KZN. There are 4 warnings in place for today. The first is for disruptive snow, possible and already taking place for some areas in the Northern and Western Cape, while there is also a watch for similar conditions that could develop for some areas in the Eastern Cape later on. There's a warning for gale force winds along the coastline between Cape Agulhas and Port Edward, wind speeds likely to exceed 65 kilometers per hour at times. And there is also a warning for further heavy rain that could lead to even more localized flooding for some areas in the Western Cape today, as we continue to see showers and even small thunderstorms affecting the area. And finally, there is a warning for high fire danger conditions developing over parts of the Eastern Free State and central KwaZulu-Natal. Looking at your temperatures for today, while some areas in the north will be warm once again, temperatures will be stopped in their tracks as the cold front moves through the northwest, only managing to climb into the mid-teens for this afternoon. An icy day for the Free State, with Bloemfontein climbing to a high of only 10 degrees Celsius, and it's also going to be cold across the Eastern Cape. Very windy for the coastline of that province, picking up the swells over the area as well, and later on a 3.5-meter swell will be reaching KwaZulu-Natal's coastline. The southern interior will be cold and wet for the rest of today. 9 degrees for Oudtshoorn and Beaufort West. We're expecting showers and small thunderstorms in the region, and that could even produce ice pellets for some places. Cold, wet and windy all across the south coast of the country, with big swells coming through, reaching a height of 6.5 meters for some areas. And in the Northern Cape, you might be forgiven for thinking that this is a minimum temperature forecast. In fact, these are the expected maximums for today. 1 degree for Sutherland, snowy conditions possible for the south, including Calvinia, Carnarvon, and perhaps even a few light flurries around Colesberg. Winds are going to be onshore for the west coast, keeping the cold air in place and continuing to bring showers to the area, and we have a southwesterly swell reaching a height of about 5 meters. Temperatures will plummet overnight, sub-zero conditions to start off your Tuesday for the interior of the country, but in the afternoon there is a recovery in temperatures, but it is going to be a much colder day in the north, Polokwane reaching a high of 17 tomorrow. That's all from me. Wrap up warmly.